We know that Syria has been suffering from this civil war. Part of the country, also part of the areas that's affected by the earthquake, was controlled either by the extremists or by Western forces. How much more of a challenge does that bring to the rescue and relief efforts there?
You know, given that the war situation and economic, financial, illegal, unilateral, inhumane Western sanctions imposed on Syria, at the same time when the US is imposing, and with its Western allies, imposing almost a blockade around Syria, it's occupation forces stealing our oil, our natural resources, and the terrorists they support, they are isolated in some corner of Syria, which is now hit. Of course, all Syrians are Syrian people in the eyes of the government, and they are all our people. And the government will do all it can to serve them all, without, you know, whether you are with the government or not. We don't have this politically biased perception.
Western outlets, they're talking about, they're featuring some vloggers from the opposition-controlled areas.
Yeah, only. For us, you know, they're apparently in their humanitarian perception or evaluation. Either you are with us or you are an enemy. And this still, the best example of this is what's going on in Syria. Of course, I must mention that we received very deep condolences from the Chinese leadership, from His Excellency the President, His Excellency the Foreign Minister, and we follow with our friends at the Foreign Ministry and Chinese humanitarian organization, whether it's the Red Cross, the Sitka, other humanitarian non-profit organizations that, in fact, today there will be a team that will move to Syria with their tools.
Ambassador Khaddam, when do you think there can be a ceasefire in Syria? There have been a number of the United Nations-led initiatives. The Arab League is also getting involved. What's your forecast or expectations on when there can be a real ceasefire?
You know, the issue of, there is a ceasefire, and the government issued about 20 clemencies or decrees to amnesties for people who raised arms against Syria. And the government got resolved almost all, in all areas, through negotiated settlement with the armed groups. Many armed groups gave up their arms and got reintegrated into the society. The people who didn't want to, they are mainly financed and supported and organized and in fact received their orders, come from the Western countries. They are isolated on their own will in Idlib, where you have a lot of international terrorist organizations. They are recognized as international terrorist organizations by the UN. Nobody, the Syrian government wants to solve everything peacefully, but you know, there are terrorists you should handle because they are not danger to Syria, they are danger to the world because they are coming from all the countries, from all over the world.